MNCs, multinational corporations, and their financial department. It was looking at how AI advancements impact them into their decision making.
Visual arts. And my question was, to what extent has art appropriation in the 19th century influenced basically AI art today?
My topic is psychology. My research question, if I can remember, to what extent does the field of psychology accept the fact that humans communicate social sexual information through pheromones?
In music, how leitmotif and instrumentation were used in Avatar: The Last Airbender to support the characterization of the Avatar and the other tribes.
Business subject, how have the actions of a particular game company, in my case Blizzard, affect its reputation?
Psychology, and my research question was, in what ways does helicopter parenting affect personal identity development?
I did a world studies EE and I did geography and chemistry, and my research question was how do soil conditions in the Philippines affect the efficiency and sustainability of fertilizers?
My topic was psychology, and my research question was, to what extent does perceived social isolation in children leave long-term mental health outcomes in adulthood?
Mine was also psychology, and my research question was, to what extent does the theory of self-efficacy impact academic performance in primary and secondary students?
Mine was English language and literature, and my question was, how does Donald Glover's work and music contribute to Afrosurrealism as an expansion to the African American experience?
Psych, and my research question was along the lines of, to what extent does mental training affect sports performance?
English Langlit, and I looked at the novel The Godfather. My research question went along the lines of, how does The Godfather portray interwoven corruption in different societies?
I would say work smarter, not harder. My first idea was about music and culture and psychology, and I didn't know anything about that, and I realized I could either spend 20, 30 hours researching that, or I could look at pheromones, which is already in the psychology syllabus, and cut that time down by you could even use it to help you study for the course. If you look at the syllabus and you see okay, I'm bad at this topic, then you could do extra research and write a whole EE on it, and then just reinforce your knowledge about it.
Don't be afraid to choose an EE that not a lot of people are thinking of doing. At first I was pretty scared because one, ISM doesn't offer music at the IB level and I would be the only student doing it, but it offered me a lot more one-on-one time with my supervisor and a lot more focused feedback. Don't choose the obvious if that's not what you're invested in and what you're passionate writing about, and talk to your advisor. You cannot avoid them until the last moment.
My advice is that it's best to know the difference between what you know a lot about and what you're passionate about, because that will help you shape the research question. If you choose a research question that's pretty vague, but you know a lot about, you're going to have a hard time building the actual essay. Sure, you can find a lot of facts about it, but the IB is going to judge you for how well you can prove a point. So if you choose something that you're passionate about, stick with that even though it's difficult, because it means you can formulate a very solid point. And that is the ultimate goal of this essay, to prove a point.
One, do a topic that you're interested in. Don't think about is it gonna look good on my college apps? Is it gonna impress someone? If you do that, you tend to not want to do it. So do something that you're interested in, and also do it during the summer. I know it's summertime, you wanna relax, but you have to think about in grade 12 during the first semester, you're gonna have so many IAs and college apps. So getting your EE out of the way is gonna definitely help a lot.
I would say don't underestimate the importance of the research question. It literally shapes the flow of your essay and actually the topic you look at, because some of the things we study are so broad that it's very difficult to narrow down, especially for this topic that you enjoy a lot. So work with your advisor and talk through it.
And while a lot of people also told me to start early, and I did exactly start early, my advice will be kind to yourself and ask lots and lots of questions, because I asked 3 different teachers to have a quick look at my extended essay, and getting those varied and different opinions was really helpful for me.
I think that you guys should really, try to get it done during the summer. I think that's massive. For me, that's what I did, and it really, saved a lot of time when it came to procrastination, and I was able to produce the best quality essay I could, so I didn't feel rushed at all.
My best advice is, I guess, do it in the summer. I said I was going to do it in the summer, but obviously I didn't. So I just crammed it all on 2 weekends, but I don't recommend that. You should definitely just find a time to be productive and do it.
Since the EE is a research assignment, AI doing the research for you is not how you demonstrate how you analyze your research question, and therefore it can bump your grade down since you're not doing your analysis itself and there's no real research.
Basically, a lot of people talk about starting your EE, which is obviously very important. Be sure to manage like getting all that done. But I feel like not a lot of focus is put on revising it as well, because it can feel like you just have everything out of the way when you finish the draft. But tuning the fine details is so important as well, and it's super important to be able to talk to your advisor about that stuff as well.